Hello again, Wargamers, back for another 40k battle report. I'm here at Rochester
Games, models and
Railways. Yeah. I always get confuzzled. Anyway, I'm here today with my Dark Angels. I've got a horrible feeling I'm going to get my arse handed to me. And my opponent, Don is going to be playing me with his Chaos Space Marines. Before we get started, I just want to take a few minutes just to do some shout-outs that I completely forgot to do. Feel really bad about it, so here's some of the shout-outs I've got to do. Travis in Australia, you know who you are, mate. Aussie Orc. You know, good to hear you're all right and you survived all that flamey stuff in the outback. Brittany, Tanya and Ryan in Canada. And anyone else that matters. Right, you want to do some shout-outs for Don? No? Alright, okay, well in that case then, we'll start introducing things. We're going to do a Purge the Alien. That's right, yeah. It's just straightforward kill points, so basic mayhem, and we'll take you through the armies. Right, and we're back after deployment. Pretty much all the Dark Angels, blob, land speeders over here. The Celuxus is hiding down there. weird little dude he is. Right, okay, I'm going to try and steal the initiative. I need a 6. Come on, universe, be kind. Yes. No, it wasn't kind at all.
Conspiring against you today, sir.
Yes, they are. Right, okay, we'll catch you at the end of movement on Chaos Turn 1. And back soon. And we are back at the end of Chaos Space Marine first turn movement phase. You can see Land Raider sort of rolled up there. I think my assassin's going to die very shortly. Yeah. Let's see what we're doing. Oh yeah, the rhinos have scooted up, and the other maulerfiend has scooted up behind, and the other rhino is there. They are all on snapshots, you say?
Yeah, they moved 12, so everything's snapshot in this
You
turn.
popping smoke on anything, or?
Where's your Lascannon?
Oh, he's there.
I'll hold off for that one.
Okay. Right, well, in that case, we'll do a little shooting you've got, and then we'll see you at the end of Chaos Space Marine shooting phase.
Praise be to the Lords of Khorne! The shooting was pretty nominal. Over here we took 1 casualty to the Dark Angel squad. Now down here the maulerfiend done its job, and after only hitting with a single attack and wounding, the dodge save, unfortunately.
Yeah, I rolled a 1. Yeah, he got eaten by a demon. You know, shame really, he needed 6s to hit him, but 1 6 was all it took, and that was it. So onwards with Dark Angels turn 1.
Is there an HQ in there?
And we're back at the end of Dark Angels movement. We skipped through and did the psychic phase as well, because I'm the only one with a psyker, so it just seemed like a good idea to do it in one go. Drop pod came down there, spewed out its Assault Marines, Company Master and the Librarian. And the Librarian, with a stroke of luck, didn't cast Force unfortunately, but did cast Spontaneous Combustion. Strength 6 hit, and actually did a whole point of damage on the Maulerfiend, which actually made me feel pretty good. So now we're going to do the Dark Angel shooting phase, and let's hope I can kill something. And we'll get to you at the end of Dark Angel shooting. Right, back at the Dark Angel shooting. Lascannon in this squad tried to take out the Land Raider and failed miserably. Over here, lots of plasma pistol discharges. Again, no hull points taken, or would have been if it hadn't have made its demon save. So my guys are once again out on a limb, and I'm hoping that they're solid enough to take these guys out. We'll get back to you at the end of Chaos Space Marine movement.
Chaos turn 2. Right, the rhino around the side here has moved around the building to start making advance. Rhino 2 here has moved over and loaded its payload at 10 Marines with 2 plasma guns.
That's going to be unpleasant there.
Nasty shooting there. Rhino 3's moved up to start getting close to these guys, ready for the Bolter War in turn 3. Land Raiders moved forward. This has moved 12, no disembark this turn. However, you know, nice and close ready for next turn. The Maulerfiend's moved up, and we're just about to go into shooting for turn 2 for Chaos Space Marines.
Yep, and here comes the pain. Let's start with that one, and we'll see you at the end of Chaos Space Marine shooting turn 2. And here we are back at the end of Chaos Space Marine turn 2. Yeah, turn 2.
We'll start over here.
Yep.
10 boys that got out, as you can see, have clearly done their job. taking out the assault squad,
Yeah,
leaving
they're
the company master and the librarian left standing there.
Yeah.
As far as everything else is concerned, the Land Raider, with its twinning combi bolter of all things, took out one, everything else did nothing, and the maulerfiend took 5 on its run to move up as well. That ends Chaos turn 2, there's no assaults, it's on to Dark Angel's movement turn 2.
And we are back at the end of Dark Angel's movement, turn 1. Turn 2. Sorry, you are quite right. It is turn 2. Right. So, my dudes have moved across, including the Lascannon, unfortunately.
He did call it a tactical withdrawal. I call it running away.
Yes. Anything that buys me a turn. Boltermooks have shimmered along the wall a little bit. Rhino is pretty much just sat there because it can't actually do anything. My company master and the librarian have moved up and look like they're going to get ready for some assaulting. The land speeder has moved up to hopefully give them some fire support, as will the drop pod. Unfortunately, my fire Raptor is late to the party. It needs to hurry up and turn up because this is not looking so good for me. We'll be back at the end of the psychic and shooting phase, which is going to speed through them. Okay, back soon. And here we are back at the end of Dark Angel turn 2 shooting. Actually, it's quite a successful turn. The plasmagun and the Lascannon, despite only getting one shot from the plasmagun and needing a snapshot from the Lascannon, have actually blown one of the powerfists off this maulerfiend, and it's now on 1 whole point. So things are actually looking up a little bit, which is quite surprising. Can't do a huge amount about the Land Raider yet. Coming along, due to a combination of lots of bolter fire, the land speeder over there, and the drop pod, and in fact just the librarian on his own with silly amounts of psychic power, plasma pistol and the whole bit, has basically murdered that squad down to just 3 dudes. There are 3 dudes left, so we're going to see how we get on with that when it gets to the assault phase, which we'll see at the end of shortly. And we're back at the end of Dark Angel's turn 2 assault phase, and and look, and yeah, I mean the dudes that were there, they're not there anymore. Clearly the librarian and the company master are not messing about, they're just on a killing spree. So we'll come back at the start of end of Chaos turn 3 movement phase. In a moment.
Chaos movement turn 3. It's going quite quickly. The Rhinos move 6 inches up, just to get a bit closer. The Land Raider passes the dangerous drain test, and managed to get up the hill. I don't know how it's sitting there right now, because it's almost woken over. And the khorne these Terminator ready got out. The maulerfiend's made a move up as well. Start doing stuff. So this one's turned around, and that's got the frack away from them, trying to increase its survivability chances. And that makes about it for movement.
Right.
So we'll come back after the end of Chaos shooting turn 3. Obviously the help the Chaos Gods give me earlier hasn't quite gone my way. The stormbolters, the combi bolters from those did nothing. Plasma guns at the back, although they didn't overheat, did nothing as well. There was only a few fatalities from this unit. Combined shooting from both the vehicle, the unit inside, and the Land Raider. And the Chaos Terminators and Lord managed to pop 1 marine up there. So now we're going to move into the assault phase.
This is the part I'm not looking forward to.
Chaos turn 3 combat. Well, this is a bit more interesting. The maulerfiend smashed in and taken another 3 out. We did take a whole point. I didn't get 1 back. They will not die, but that's fine. They're locked in combat. The maulerfiend over here, after charging into the veterans, lost its last whole point. Did take 1 out with it. And if you did notice before, there's a unit missing off the table here. As the Lord declared his charge, and took 6 out on his own. And then the Terminators finished off the other 2. However, he did win a challenge.
Yes, he did.
The white one's 10s and the blue one's units. And he gets a 36. For those who don't know, it means that his melee weapons now have flesh bane.
Oh, wonderful. Like he needed that with all those attacks.
With all those attacks. Not forgetting that his warlord trait gave him soul blaze.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So if anything actually survives, it probably won't do for long.
Exactly.
Wonderful. All I can say is, wait for it. Next turn, I can feel it. That's when bad things will start happening for Chaos.
We'll see. In fact, you know what? I want to see this dice roll now.
Okay.
Space Marine turn 3. Does it turn up?
It does.
It does.
Finally. Oh, you know it. We'll see you back shortly at the end of Dark Angel's movement phase. And we're back at Dark Angel's turn 3 movement phase. As you can see, the Fire Raptor finally turned up, and
khorne accepts all skulls through his throat.
yeah, including your own, which is about what you're about to find out. Yeah, obviously most of the stuff's locked in assault. It's worth noting the command squad isn't actually locked in assault, and they will actually get to salvo fire their bolt guns. So this could be rather unpleasant because there's a lot of dice coming at that target unit. Hopefully they're all going to die, and then I can do the happy dance over their broken, bleeding corpses. Just like khorne would do to me. Land speeder moved up there and pivoted back round. Drop pod didn't really do an awful lot. And as you can see, my command staff are going Chaos Space Marine hunting. So they're going to start popping rhinos open and killing everything that they can lay their hands on. And we'll see you at the end of Psychic Plus shooting. And we're back at the end of Dark Angel's Psychic Plus shooting. Librarian didn't really get an awful lot done on the APC. Plasma pistol overheated, so he nearly cooked himself a little bit. Only saving grace really came from the company master with a crack grenade, just bundled and knocked a whole point off. Land speeder lit up this squad, as you can see, the bolters and the Fire Raptor. They flew in. There were a lot of terminators there. Now there are a lot less terminators there, and the Chaos Lord is on 1 wound. Oh, sorry,
It's down to 2 now.
Down to 2. So bearing in mind that's a servo arm that my Techmarine has, so he might actually hero it here. I don't like my chances, but the assault phase is coming up, so we'll just continue with that. And we are back at the end of Dark Angel's assault phase turn 3, and well, those guys didn't actually manage to hurt that, but then the maulerfiend actually fluffed all of its attacks, got a hit, failed to wound, got hit with the Magna Cutter as well, which also failed to wound. The only real success
Change the dice.
was the company master and librarian made short work of that rhino. Between the thunderhammer and the meltabombs, it was just all over. And yeah, so
Fat lady's not singing yet though.
no, Chaos Lord, he's just got 1 dude with him, and the Fire Raptor has just, you know, flown in, hosed him with bullets. So on to Chaos turn 4. Ooh. And as you can see, my opponent is doing the happy dance because he's murdering me at a rate of knots.
Yeah, not a lot really happened movement-wise, which is why we're doing the whole turn in 1 go. The land raider pivot, we took out the land speeder over here, which was all that happened as far as ship was. Oh no, there was another death. The librarian died as well from everything that got pumped out of it from this unit.
Yeah.
And Ray used the chaos gods for rapid firing
It's
plasma
okay,
guns.
that's just like for like when he more or less murdered the squad on his own.
To be fair, you know, they did the same back, and then the Chaos Lords obviously moved up with his remaining Terminator and ruined on his own
Techmarine needs to go as well.
the Techmarine and the rest of the command squad. Before the Terminator even got a chance to attack, he was just there for more support by the looks of things. And because he won another challenge, he now has the ability to re-roll failed armour saves.
Oh yes, like he's going to get touched. Well, he might do because the Fire Raptor is still very much in the air. But yeah,
Tough choices need to be made.
yes,
Tough choices.
because my sole surviving dudes is 2 dudes and a rhino, the Fire Raptor, my company master, and a drop pod. So I'm having my arse handed to me. So I'll give it 1 more turn and see how I get on. But I'm thinking that I've got a sinking feeling and there's no way I'm going to pull this back.
There might be a handshake after this.
Yeah, I think there may be a handshake after this turn. So I'll get back to you after Dark Angel's turn 4 and see how we go.
Blood for the blood god! Blood for the blood god!
Yep. Basically, we're going to call it because, or I'm going to call it because I've got pretty much my Fire Raptor, Rhino, and a company master and a drop pod left. You know, we've actually sort of totaled up, and it comes to Chaos Victory 9 VPs to 5. Epic handshake.
Thank you very much.
Lovely game. Really enjoyed it.
Actually, yes.
Yeah, and
Lots of swings around us.
yeah, if there's time, I might even go for another batrep and get in to upload so people have 2 batrep instead of 1 to watch. Isn't that exciting?
Oh my god!
Awesome sauce. Right, well, first things first, we're going to pack up this little lot and then we're going to go and have a cup of tea and smoke. Back a bit. And final finishing thoughts. Well done, you completely mullered me.
Well, I don't know, I mean, there's still another turn to play, certainly at the stage now where, you know, it starts getting really interesting with times against us. And You put your hand out first.
Yeah, it's all gone horrifically wrong again for the Dark Angels. One day I will actually possibly win a game with them without resorting to using beard or anything stupid like that.
Tactics, yeah.
Green Wing, you know, you didn't get it all your own way.
No, to be fair, I mean, I was going to look at the positives of your army. I mean, you know, the captain's unit, the Librarian, my God, that turn 2 for Librarian was just
cooking that entire unit.
No, even turn 1 shooting for the Librarian and Psychic Phase, just cooked that unit, and then, you know, the Lord charging in afterwards with them.
Thunderhammer,
pop, away they went. You know, but I think, you know, the maulerfiends hit and miss.
Yeah, one of them's definitely dead.
One of them definitely died, and the other one just tanking away against grenade was definitely
like a dozen or so crack grenades hitting it in the face and
just
would not
bounce
die.
off. I mean, and you know, I mean, other than that, I mean, you know, I think the downside is obviously, you know, lack of anti-tank on the first 2 turns.
Yeah, I really didn't set up for a tank
and
list.
The flyer not turning up until turn 3 was a bit of a kick in the teeth.
I mean, you can see how easily it just cuts down like APCs.
God, yeah.
It's just
like armour infantry, I can see how I can mow through it. I mean, but I think sticking your assassin so close to the front line.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Celuxus kind of needs to use his weird field of gribble, you know, that weird thing that they give off bad vibes. But
and no psychers on my side, nothing to do.
I mean, if I could have got to infantry squad with him, he would be insta-deathing people on a 6 and no normal armour saves are allowed. So he would have butchered his way through a Chaos Marine squad, but you know, unfortunately, it's not to happen.
Yeah, but the biggest build is you weren't expecting so much armour on the table.
No, I didn't pack a single meltagun, which is extremely unusual for me. I'm thinking, yeah, plasma and Lascannon will be enough. Yeah. Simple answer is no, it wasn't. So when I reviewed this battle report back and look back and think, oh God, I wish I'd used a different list. Well, that's probably why. My deployment wasn't too bad. Dirge casters preventing the Overwatch was a real pain because that would have been murder otherwise. It would have been like, every bolt gun's got 4 shots.
Dice, I mean, I think I took 2 out with shooting.
Yeah.
So that would have been, what, 4 dice each, 8 guys, 32 shots coming in at those guys, just some Overwatch alone.
Yeah, statistically alone, since you would have lost dudes.
I definitely would have lost dudes.
Never mind.
I lost dudes anyway, even from the normal Overwatch.
Yeah.
2 dice before they even got to combat.
To be fair, they did lose a couple of guys, thin the crowd out a little bit, but it doesn't take many guys with the mark of khorne to just horribly.
Apparently it takes 1 with a filth axe. That's what
or the axe, that stupid axe. Oh, we know one day I'm actually going to take the Monster Slayer Caravan and go, okay, now I've got a special wacky deathy thing too. So they're actually like those apples. But I think, you know, good game, really enjoyed it.
It's been a while since I've had a game that enjoyable, and it was a bit hit and miss. It was a bit give and take until kind of like.
Yeah, I mean, I like to bring the occasional weird and wacky thing. You know, Fire Raptor came on late, did what it's supposed to do, just too little, too late, and you know, just looking at the table and thinking, I wish I'd done something differently. Army composition primarily, and you know, a few things that could have actually maybe tanked better. I mean, a couple of Deathwing squads. I dare say your maulerfiend probably wouldn't have been so brave.
Any kind of armour, anti-armour on that table, and it suddenly would have been a different game for me as to where I was running to next. But
well, you know, you live and learn, but you know, good game and epic handshake.
Well,
we'll have another game at some other point. You'll see us again. If anybody that I give a shout out to, poke me with a stick, and I will give you a shout out. You know, hopefully we'll see you again next time. So that's all from us. See you later.
Take care.